The current challenges that we have in AML therapy right now really focus a great part on the older population, those 60 and over, where our traditional therapies don't work well. We're blessed to have a variety of new targeted therapies, but even those have side effects, and really differentiating who is a person that's appropriate for aggressive therapy, who is a person that's appropriate for a targeted therapy. And then there are a subset of patients that no matter what you do, because of their comorbidities and other things, they're not going to tolerate therapy. And one of the things that we're doing in the Beat AML study, prospectively and retrospectively, is trying to identify genomic features that also predict for who is not going to do well with therapy, not just because of their leukemia, but because of other comorbid illnesses. The last thing that we're challenged with is a wealth of riches in terms of multiple therapies, and it's often easy to, as a doctor, to say, well, we have a therapy that half the people are going to benefit from. Why do a clinical trial? And similarly for patients, and really, it's so important to emphasize that we've gotten to the point of having a lot of new medicines for AML by doing clinical trials. And so it's going to be very important moving forward that we build upon the success of our clinical trials, and we have organizations such as the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society that have really supported moving these new drugs forward, and also the Beat AML trial, where we hopefully will be able to launch several of these approaches for the future. So thanks. The Beat AML study. This is the first time that we're coming out at ASH in describing what's been a 4-year journey of coming up with a trial that is directed at providing precision medicine to patients over the age of 65 with AML. The study focuses on determining with molecular tests what type of AML they have within a 7-day time period, and then assigning therapy to one or more targeted therapies based upon that. The study that was reported out here by Dr. Byrd, one of the other principals on the study, showed that we could assign therapy within 7 days to more than 95% of patients. Two of the trials are being reported, one as an oral presentation and one as a poster presentation, demonstrating a high response. The first study by Dr. Stein presenting a high response with monotherapy with Enasidenib, the IDH2 inhibitor, in IDH2 positive AML. We're most excited about this study because approximately half the patients responded to just simply a pill. We saw no early deaths within the first 30 days of therapy, and the majority of the patients are still on the oral drug. The second study presented by Dr. Bloom with the Boehringer Ingelheim CD33 antibody with azacitidine was a phase 1b where we determined the active dose, and now we've expanded to the phase 2 portion. The study has been a journey where we've learned a lot. It's focused on a patient-centric approach. So approximately half the patients have gone on to our trials, half have gone on to alternative therapies, or in a small subset have decided in the 7-day waiting time period that they decided that they didn't want to do therapy. They wanted to take an approach after considering all of their options. Finally, moving forward, what we're most excited about from this ASH meeting is the breadth of other targeted drugs, and our trial will be moving toward combining novel combinations, agents such as gilteritinib, venetoclax, and other agents together, where hopefully we can impact the outcome of AML patients further and avoid cytotoxic chemotherapy whenever possible.